FastTrack Logon is the technology we use for allowing our users to log on automatically and executing a logon script at the time that they do log on. And there are 4 steps to setting this up. First of all, we need to unpack the FastTrack Logon files, place them in the domain net logon folder. Then we need to update the logon scripts. Next, we need to add FTlogon.exe to a test user profile. Then we need to log on as that test user. And there is a further step, which is adding the FTlogon to group policy once we've done all our testing and are satisfied that everything's going to work. But we'll just look at the first 4 steps today. So let's go to the user machine first of all. So I'm going to flick over to a user machine where I'm logged in as a standard user, and let's just have a look at the drive mappings that are currently made, and we just have the one there to the user home folder. So that's what happens at the moment when this user logs in. So what we'll do is now go over to the admin machine and we'll unpack the FastTrack Logon files to the domain net logon folder. So when FastTrack was installed on this admin machine, these files were placed in the FastTrack software FastTrack scripting host folder or directory, and you can see there that one of the files is ftlogon.zip. Now this is the information that's needed for FastTrack Logon, and if I open that we can see there's a folder in there and 2 files. There's the ftlogon.exe and an ini file for configuration information. And if I have a look inside fsh bin, we can see there are 3 further folders and some executable programs and scripts. And all of that information needs to be unpacked to the domain net logon folder. So let's close that. I could extract this at this point, but I've already done that, and that's a trivial process. So let's go over and have a look at the domain net logon folder, which is that one there, and you can see there are just the 3 things in it, which is the extracted information. So there's the fsh bin folder with the default scripts in there, and if we go back we can see ftlogon.exe, which is what we want to be executed automatically when users log on. So next step is to update the logon script. So let's drop that down, pull up the editor and open the logon script, which is in that location. So it's in the netlogon folder, fsh bin, and I'm going to look at prelogon.fsh. There are two logon files in here, 2 logon scripts, prelogon.fsh, postlogon.fsh. Prelogon is executed before the Windows Explorer process starts, so it cannot be interrupted by users, so that's the one we're going to look at. So let's open that, and I've already done some customizing of this one just to make it very quick and easy for this video demonstration. So we're just putting up a splash screen, waiting a few seconds, putting up a smaller splash screen down below, wait again, and then just connecting 3 shares, a home folder, public folder, and then a customized folder if the user is a member of the sales staff group. So that's all we're doing with this particular logon. So save that if it's not already saved, and now let's make sure that ftlogon.exe is added to the test user's profile. So I'm going over to the file server. I'm going to pull up Active Directory users and computers. My test user is John user. So let's have a look at John's profile, and that's where we execute scripts automatically as the user logs in. So let's put ftlogon.exe there and apply that. And while we're here, let's just check that John is a member of sales staff, and indeed he is. So that means that the 3rd drive mapping will take effect because John is indeed a member of sales staff. So we can close that. We can go over to John's machine, log off and log on, and just make sure that that's going to work okay. And there's the splash screen. There's the small splash screen. And we're done. Let's just check that those drive mappings have been made correctly. And there it is. So that's how we configure FastTrack Logon to have users automatically run logon scripts.